Hey, what's going on, guys? Deshaun here again. Welcome back to the channel. This is episode 2 of the series that I'm doing. Show you how to get fit over the next 6 to 12 months. The first episode was just an introduction of myself. If you want to go back and see it, you can do that. But this is the first real episode, and I'll be talking about goal setting. I talked about it a little bit last episode, but I'm going to dive deeper into it in this episode, right? All right, so goal setting, why is it important? Because without a goal, we wander aimlessly through life. We don't have a defined destination. It's like driving a car, not knowing where you're going to stop, where you're going, or anything like that. So it's very important to have these goals to give us some purpose, direction, and motivation in life. Not just in fitness, but I'll be talking about fitness, but it applies to life in general, right? So so it's not motivational. That's what I'm trying to teach you. Is not motivational. I don't want you guys to think I'm telling you to set a goal as a motivational thing. No, it's just, it takes the emotion and feelings out of being successful in your fitness journey and probably in life too. So when you have those goals, you don't rely on emotions and feelings to take action on certain things. I feel like that's the issue with a lot of people. You feel great, you go to the gym. You don't feel great, you don't go to the gym. Or you feel like eating healthy, you eat healthy. If you don't feel like cooking, you just buy fast food and and that's why it's important to have a goal. And then have a plan in place that you're going to stick to regardless of how you feel. So yeah, it takes the emotion and it takes just the reactive type of thoughts and actions out of life or fitness in general. So now I'm gonna talk about some of the common mistakes in goal setting. Number one, I think, is vague goals. Just being vague. Hey, I want to get in shape. I just want to get healthy. That isn't a deep goal. Like that doesn't have a defined end point, you know. So that's a vague goal. And then an unrealistic goal is another thing. I want to lose 30 pounds in the next 2 weeks because I'm going on a trip somewhere. Sure, you could probably do it. Somebody's going to jump on here saying, yeah, I lost 30 pounds in 2 weeks. Yeah, it's not going to be healthy and it's probably not going to be sustainable. So vague goals and then unrealistic goals are common pitfalls for people. To avoid those things, what I want to talk to you guys about is the SMART goal. So SMART goal is an acronym. It stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and then time bound. That's SMART. So when you set a goal, it needs to abide by all of those things. And I'll give you an example, right? So say I want to lose 10 pounds. That's a goal, right? That's very specific. I want to lose 10 pounds, specific. To make it more specific, I want to lose 10 pounds in 5 days, or not 5 days. I want to lose 10 pounds over the next month, or the next 2 months, maybe, just to be super realistic about it, right? So I want to lose 10 pounds in the next 2 months, right? Very specific goal. All right, now we're moving on to the M. How is it measurable? How do you expect to lose? How do you measure progress towards losing that weight, right? So I can do that by I'll weigh myself every week to determine how much weight I've lost or track progress towards a certain goal. That's what measurable is, right? Achievable. Yes, that's achievable. How is it achievable? So you could take 10 pounds and divide it by however many, 8 weeks, and say I need to lose about 1.25 pounds every week in order to lose 10 pounds in 2 months, right? So yes, it's achievable. Approximately 2 pounds, 1.5 to 2 pounds is reasonable weight loss in a week. So yeah, it's achievable. So it's relevant. Yeah, it's relevant because it ties to what you want to be, what you want to become. 10 pounds lighter, better shape, and then time bound. That's the 2 months. So you got to give yourself a limit. I want to do this by 60 days. Right, so now you have a specific goal. Lose 10 pounds. It's measurable. I'll use weekly check-ins or weekly progress photos to determine if I'm on the right track. It's achievable. 1.5 to 2 pounds is achievable in a week, and they're relevant. Does it align with your overall goal? Yes. Or your overall mission? Yes. And then time bound, now I have 2 months. So that's the SMART goal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a downloadable PDF. It should be in the description below. You guys can just take it. It's going to be editable like a Excel sheet. And then you can go in, put your specific goal, how you're going to measure it per week. It's achievable. What makes you think it's achievable? And I would like to use science or use some type of resource to say this is achievable, right? Relevant. Make sure it actually aligns with what your end state, what end state you want, and then time bound. You got to put a time on it. All right. So feel free to share these goals with me also in the comments, right? So, and I'll tell you straight up if it's legit or if it's not. So, just want to throw that out there to help you guys along the journey. All right, now I want to get into talking about building a plan to achieve the goal. And we stick with the goal of losing 10 pounds over the next 2 months, right? So now you have to build a plan. The first thing in building a plan is a self-assessment. Be honest with yourself. Tell yourself, hey, this is where I'm at, and this is where I'm gonna go. A lot of people, they build a plan that aligns with what they think they used to be, and that's where a lot of people end up getting hurt. You end up having these major setbacks because you're trying to go into it too fast. Be honest with yourself. Hey, I'm out of shape right now. I need to go slow. Just take it slow. Like a lot of people that I start working out, give them like 2 days in a week of training and then 2 days of cardio. Simple stuff, less than 30-minute workouts, right? Just because you're trying to like acclimate your body to training again, or a different type of training, right? You don't want to go out there and get hurt your first day trying to do this because you used to do this in high school or college or 3 years ago or whatever, right? So you gotta first be real with yourself. Then you need to think about what barriers that you have. You can't execute a plan when you have barriers that you don't know how to get through, over, or around, right? So a lot of people's barrier is time. You got to consider, in order to meet your goal, right? Your plan has to break through these barriers, right? Can't be stopped by time. So say time is your barrier. What are you going to do to eliminate time from being a barrier? Are you going to get up earlier? Are you going to pack your workout clothes so that you don't have to go home, change, come back? Like, you need to identify those barriers. I don't have a gym membership. Yeah, maybe you should. That's a barrier. Go sign up for a gym membership. I don't have time. Create time in the day. Take time from other activities. Take your workout clothes with you to work so you can just go straight over to the gym after. Anything like that. Food. I don't have time to cook my food or weigh my food. That's a barrier. What can you do? You can Meal prep. What I do, I set food. I'll make a meal plan. Probably 2 meals. I'll do my lunch and dinner, right? So I'll take those 2 meals every Sunday, and then every Wednesday I'll cook food. I'm not picky. I'll eat. I don't mind eating food that I cook Sunday night on Wednesday, and then Wednesday I'll cook for the rest of the week, right? Because I don't have time to sit up and cook every single night and weigh it and measure it and all this stuff. So I measure it out. I cook enough, measure it all out, and store it. Now I can eat Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or whatever. So I could go just like that, because time is a barrier for food. Whatever your barrier is, just find a way to get around it. Find a way to execute the plan, right? So a lot of people get stuck at that barrier and they never execute because of that barrier. So find the barrier, find a way to get around it. And then next is structure the training. Like I said, don't try to come in too heavy, too hard, too fast, or none of that. It's something that you're going to change in your life. It's not just these 5 weeks or 5 months or 6 months or whatever. You got time. Just start slow. You don't have to start at some crazy magnificent speed. Structure your training. All right, just go 2-3 days strength training, 2-3 days cardio. I say 2 and 2. Next week bump it up. Sets and reps. So start off going 3 to 4 sets or 2 to 3 sets. Once you feel comfortable, add 2 to 3 more sets or two more sets or whatever you want to do. But start off slow, and there's no need to rush, no need to sprint into it, right? All right, so I talked about self-assessment, structured training, and then now I want to go into some of the tools that you can use to be successful. And for me, the number one tool is an app called MyFitnessPal. I use MyFitnessPal to measure my food. Everything I eat, I put into MyFitnessPal before, and I'll determine the calories or the macros throughout that day, and then I'll make the food on that Sunday, right? So everything you punch into MyFitnessPal, it tells you the fats, carbs, and protein for everything that you could put into it. And then you could use a spreadsheet on your own to map it out, however you want to do it. But MyFitnessPal, it has a free version. Take that free version and max it out. Like, you don't have to buy the premium version of it at all. So what I do, I get MyFitnessPal, the free version, measure out everything. It tells me what the day total is, and then I just log it on an Excel spreadsheet, right? And I track my food like that. Another tool, obviously, if I'm weighing out food, is the scale. Get a food scale. You can get at Walmart for like $15. So I always got a food scale. And if you guys don't know how to use a food scale, I'll make a video for that as well. I'll show you how to do it. And then another thing is a watch that tracks, calorie burn or exercises and things like that. Don't got to be an Apple Watch. Unless they want to sponsor me or something, then I'll say use Apple. But just get something to track your calories. A lot of times, treadmills, if you're using those, they'll track your calories for you, or calories burned or whatever. But it helps with accountability. When you're writing this stuff down, journal it, take it out of the app, put it on paper, keep up with it, journal it, track progress. That's what the tools are used for. That's what the plan is for, and that's what the goal is for. So everything you're doing, everything this episode is about is just tracking progress, man. And most importantly, it's to show you how to be disciplined and not motivated, right? You're disciplined if you can stick to a goal, you can stick to a plan. And I just gave you the tools that are going to help you do both of those, right? So if you guys have any additional questions or anything like that, feel free to ask. I'm trying to shoot these videos straight up. Like, I don't want to do any like super high tech type of talk with you guys. I'm trying to be straightforward, and I hope you guys understand it. But I'm gonna keep dropping these videos. Next week, I think I'm going to talk about the 5 things that you must do, whether you're training or not. 5 most important things in my mind. I think that's going to be episode 3. So definitely come back. Y'all consider liking, subscribing to the channel. Get the tools that I'm going to put here in the description. So get those tools. If you guys got any questions, let me know. But also drop those goals in the chat. I'm trying to, I want us to be a community. Let's hold each other accountable. Drop all that in the chat, and we'll keep working and keep grinding together. And then, like I said, I want to bring you guys another episode. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you guys got specific stuff that you want me to talk about as far as fitness and health goes, I'm not a doctor or anything. Like I said, if you've seen the intro, I've been doing it for a little while, but I can find an answer for you guys if you want to do that. All right. So thank y'all for watching. Hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.